This is the demo video for the Tan Stack Start Hackathon. So let's first understand the problem statement we are solving. So as we know that AI is coming and now hiring patterns are significantly changing. Now memorizing the DSA patterns is not enough. Now company want to hire more skilled people. They are now more focusing on the system design aspect, machine coding around aspect, different domain expertise as compared to general DSA and puzzle thing. So now developers need to upskills them. So for upskilling them and helping them, here comes our platform called CodeJudge. So it's a similar to lead code but for different domains such as Web3, front-end, React machine coding around SQL, schema design, LLD, HLD, etc. So let's start the demo. So here we can see the list of, so let's enter the problem statement section. So here we can see list of problems are of different domains, front end, some database, some web3. Now here we have implemented paging using the Tan Stack query. So now let's enter any problem statement. So here we can see that here problem statement will be mentioned, here files, here here will be code, we can write code, different files, different things, and here we can see our code. So let's say, so whatever it is written here will be seen here. We can run tests. So let's run test. Some tests are running, so let's wait. So here we can see that all test cases passed. This test cases is done using Jest. That is the unit testing framework from the front. This thing is not only limited to React, it will also work for Vue, Angular. It's just, now let's move back to other domain question. So now let's open a schema design question. So in a schema design question, here again similarly a problem set will be given there. We can add tables and design our schema. So now let's say we need to build a customers table ID. It should be a primary table. Add one more column name, add one more column email. Now we can create a table. So let's fix this. Let's increase the size. Now let's add one more table called products table. Give its ID. Again we need to give it some other parameters called name. One more parameter, let's say price. It should be of type int. Now create table. Now we can see that all things are, we can run the test case. As we can see that some tables are getting missing, like order items, and some columns are also missing in the given table. So this some test cases getting passed, some are getting failed. So this is done. Now let's move to the other domain, that's the smart contract one. So here we have Web3 testing. So here problem set will be given, then here we can see what are the test cases, like set and get value, owner should be deployer. Here we can write our smart contract. We need to first compile our smart contract. It's getting compiled. Now let's run the test. All test cases getting passed. So now let's, what we do, it's a simple set and get function. So now let's make some error. Now we are running the code again. As we can see that it's getting 246. In test cases we are using 123. Now we are multiplying it by 2, so we're getting 246. So let's move. So here we can see that we can change the code. We are getting different output. So depending on the code, our predefined test will be run and we will get the thing. Now let's move to the main feature of our application. That is 1v1 fight for one question. So now here you have a compete now section. So in compete now section, first we will select a domain and we will have it will wait in a queue and it will wait for a match. When a match will come, both will rewrite it to same problem and they will solve. Whoever solves the problem first will get higher marks and will win, and whoever solves late will lose. So let's select a domain front end. Now till selecting, let's go to the some other. We will also enter the compete now section. Let's choose the front end. Again it is searching. Let's wait for both matching. Now things got matched. Now both will be rewritten to same problems. So as we can see that both are redirected to same problem, both are users. Now let's test the run the test, sorry. All test gets part, let's submit the problem. Now we are submitting the problem. As we can see that one user has won the thing and other will be lost the thing. So let's go to the other user. Now we have switched the tab, now it's the other user tab, so he has lost the match. Everything we can see. Now let's again go to the home section. So this 1v1v matching is done using the convex TV, and it's also used for real-time leaderboard during our live context. Now let's go to, so here we can also buy our premium features, like it's a free plan, it's a pro plan, it's enterprise plan. This is done using the autumn. So now we can, let's make a payment. Here we can enter the thing. Here now we can process the payment. After successful processing the payment, we will come back to our home page. Now let's go through some architecture. So this is our architecture of our app. So this is our client. So this client is built using TanStack Start. It has a Sentry, which is used for the proper monitoring, logging and tracing. It has Autumn used for handling the payment and subscription part. Now it is powered by Convex TV, which is used for 1v1 matchmaking and two people when we are competing it, so sending each other information like other has solved it or not. Now we have Cloudflare workers. This whole thing is deployed on the Cloudflare, and Cloudflare is also providing some Cloudflare functions which acts as a serverless function. Now we have firewalls. Now it is an important component of our application. So now let's say user is solving some React problem. So now in a React problem he want to see some docs. Now going to the back to the page of original React docs and checking all through, it's very time consuming. So we are providing inbuilt docs for each problem statement. So we will crawl all the documentation of the official website, then we will prepare the specific documentation for each problem. Now as we can see that this coding engine has three type of environment: SQL engine, schema engine, some Ethereum, and React machine coding round. So we have used a TanStack Start app in this. It is used for SSR, server function, some nested routing, pagination feature. Convex is used for real-time matchmaking, real-time leaderboard, session management. Cloudflare is used for edge computing and serverless. Sentry is used for tracing and monitoring. Firewall is used for documentation. Autumn is used for payment processing. Now what are the features? Real-time 1v1 matchmaking, front-end machine coding, smart contract challenge, SQL design, smart documentation, observability. Here are some of the screenshots. Thank you.